we're going to save our InDesign files so that we can put them into the mockup. So to start off, we're in InDesign. We're going to go to Export. And we're going to choose JPEG. This is what's different than what we've been doing. So we're choosing a JPEG file, and this is specifically for the mockup. Then when the export JPEG window shows up, a couple key things to pay attention to. We want to do the range as all pages. We want it to be pages, not spreads. We want individual pages for this. We want our quality to be maximum. And the resolution, we're going to move up to, I'm going to say 600 pixels per inch. We could probably get away with 300. If you're having a big storage issue, you could probably get away with 300. But with high resolution monitors and things, and this is going to be a portfolio piece, I'd like to get it at a higher resolution. So I'm going to say 600. The color space is RGB. Okay, so when you have all of those selected, go ahead and say export. All right. Now I'm going over to Photoshop. So this mockup is in Blackboard in our assignment folder for project 3. So you'll find the mockup document. It's called Cookbook Mockup 8x10. So this is what it looks like when you open the file. And then once you're in the file, I want you to open up the Layers palette. And you can find that by going into Windows and Layers. And then this Layers palette will open. And so you'll see, once you're here, that there's a right page, place here, a left page, place here, a page's color, a book cover color, and then background color. So I'm going to walk us through each phase of this. So we're going to start with the pages. So I'm going to start by clicking on the layer that says right page, place here. And I'm going to double click on the actual page. And notice how the image changes. Did you all see that? Now it's just a page. We no longer see the book. That's what we want. Then I want you to go File, Place, Embedded. And now you're going to go to that cookbook file that you saved. Now, I've named mine, and you can go in and do this before you get to this phase, naming them left and right pages. Now I'm forgetting which one am I doing. Oh, I'm doing right. Okay, so I'm clicking on my right page, and I've named it right page just so I have it a little easier for myself. I'm going to say place. And so it comes in, and it's coming in quite small. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the corner. So it's in the corner, and then I'm going to take the lower right-hand corner and click and drag it all the way down to the right corner. Now, I don't need to hold my shift key down or anything because it's automatically going to scale it proportionately because I'm in Photoshop. Photoshop will automatically scale proportionately, so you don't have to worry about holding that shift key down. So once I have it scaled, I'm going to go ahead and hit return or enter if you're on a PC. And now it's scaled to where I want it. All right. And then I'm going to go up and hit save. All right. And then I'm going to go back to my tab that says the cookbook mockup. And you can see there is my right page sitting in my mockup. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my left page. I'm going to click on the left page. I'm going to double click on the actual page itself. And now you see that the page shows up. I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded. I'm going to my spread left page, and I'm going to place it. I'm going to click and drag it up to the upper left-hand corner till it locks into that corner. And then I'm going to click and drag the lower right-hand corner all the way down till it's scaled properly for my page size. Once I know it's where I want it, I'm going to just hit Return if I'm on a Mac or Enter if I'm on a PC. And then I'm going to go ahead and say Save. Then you notice that there's different tabs. So there's the left page tab. I'm going to go ahead and I can close that. There's the right page tab. I'm going to close that. And now I'm going back to my mockup. And there you can see are my 2 pages of my cookbook. And they've been slightly distorted so that they feel like they're 3-dimensional in my cookbook. Now, notice I have a design that's a very white page on a white background. I want my cookbook to really pop off the page here. I don't want it to be the background to be distracting, but I really want it to highlight my page. And so if I have a very white page of a cookbook, I'm probably going to want to put a color in my background. But there's a couple choices I can make in this mock-up that I want you to be aware of. First off, pages color. If you wanted your pages to be a color, you can click here and you can go into the color palette. Actually, I want to take it back. You can go into Window and open up your libraries. It's going to take just a minute for the libraries to load. And my computer, as you guys saw earlier, is running a little slow today. But there they are. So now you can see I'm in my cookbook library, and there are my color palettes that are in my library. This is why we set up libraries, so that we could have everything we need available to us. So I can say, oh, I want, my pages to be this color, let's say. And so if that's what I wanted, I can take a look at that and then see, if that's something I wanted. That would be the back side of the pages. I didn't save it, so it's not showing. Hold on. Save. And then I go here. And so you can see there's that page color there. Now, if I want my book cover to be another color, I can, again, double click on the book, and you can see its default is this blue. But all I need to do is I can click on any color here in my library, and you can see it's going to change to whatever color I want that's in my library. So I'm going to choose this green. Again, I'm going to go File, Save, and then click back on my mockup, and you can see there's the green book cover. And lastly is a background color for my background behind the cookbook. Oops, I didn't click on the right thing. I want to click on, is this what I want to click on? Or is it this? Hold on, let me click on something else. What did I do here? Hold on, I think I'm in a lasso. Hold on. Oh, let's get out of this tool that I've gotten myself into. Go back, undo. What? Oh, I see what I did. I opened up a window. Say, okay. Right, I meant to click on this, and you'll see the color picker. Just go ahead and close the color picker, and instead, again, go over to your Creative Cloud libraries, and you can click, and I'm just clicking in my library, and it's automatically changing the background of my book mockup. So you can pick any of these colors. You want to pick something that's not going to be distracting, or take away from the design. You want something that's going to complement your design. Maybe that's, has a neutral color. You can also add an image in. So if you wanted to put an image of like a marble countertop or a butcher block, something that feels kitchen-y or tile, you could do that. But it's just as simple. You can do, just pick colors that work within your system and your brand, your design. So here is an example. So there is showing you all the different customization you can do. And once you have this exactly how you want it, you want to go ahead and once it's just where you want it, you can go ahead then and go save as, and save it. I'm going to save it on my computer, and I'm just going to put this on my desktop, and I'm going to call this cookbook out, Mockup Final, and I'm going to call it 1 because I have 2 spreads I'm designing. And for format, oh, actually, you know what? Cancel. I'm not going to do save as. I'm going to do export. Apologies. Export as, and I'm going to save it as a JPEG. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. And I want to get it up high, so I'm going to put it on the highest setting. You can choose the size. What size is it having it at? 3000 by 2100 is the proportions. I'm fine with that. I'm going to say export. I'm going to call this final 1. Save. And let's see where our cookbook went. Oh, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Let's see here. We want the spread we just saved. I think I've been putting too many cookbook spreads on my desktop here. I don't know where it went. Let me go back over here. Let me figure out where it went. But any questions as I'm looking for it to show you that final design? Any questions as we just went through it on how to use the mockup? Okay. So there's lots of flexibility. You can make it, really make it your own. Bring in your colors. Use your palettes that you've designed.